it directs the traffic from you constantly playing defense, constantly reminding people of these amazing things that you have done, because I know you have the receipts, girl. I know, because I am you. I have the receipts. You have the receipts. But the difference is those receipts are not yet speaking for you. They're not doing the hard work on being on platforms that are ongoing and just educating those foolish ass motherfuckers like this woman that I ran into when you're not opening your mouth. And that's the work of thought leadership. That's it. That's the thing that is the total game changer, that changes you from being somebody who's being questioned about your credentials to somebody who's being quoted about your ideas.
You ready to speak like a boss? Let's get into your most powerful story. Because your story matters.
So where are you from? No, super awkward. I don't mean it like that at all. I just mean like what did you do before you had this particular position, before you had this particular title? What were some of the roles that you played somewhere else? As awkward and bizarre and honestly out of left field as that question may sound to you, where are you from, and as triggering as that question is, especially when you're an immigrant or first generation, you understand exactly what somebody is asking you in that first blunt question, where are you from? They're asking you, what makes you belong here? What qualifies you to stand in front of me? That is the exact question that somebody asked me at a networking event. I was at a cocktail event only for industry insiders, super fancy spot in New York. And this was very recent, by the way. This is way post 2020. And I should also point out, this is a very liberal group that I was with. I mean, these are people who work in publishing at some of the organizations that constantly are letting everybody know all of the things that they're doing to do better, to be better. This woman held a very senior position, white woman, and the first thing that she wanted to ask me in meeting me is, what makes you qualified to stand in front of me, right? In that moment, I had a choice. I could have answered in defense, so giving her my entire resume of here's all the amazing things that I have done. Oh my God, I'm so qualified. Actually, I'm overqualified for this particular position, but you wouldn't know it, so let me keep proving it to you. That is the defensive position, and that, my friend, that's the position that they want you to be in. When somebody asks you that, that's what they expect, and it's not a winning position for you. Or my choices were to play the offensive, to take the situation that I was in and to flip it on its head, to put her on defense, and to then myself be in the offensive mode. And I essentially did that. I used humor both to diffuse the awkwardness of that moment, because she very soon realized how bizarre and wow, what is that? What is that question, right? She self-corrected and we had an exchange that was not as painful as that beginning. What I want you to think about, and this is what I encourage all of my clients to think about, is how do we turn this constant need for Black and brown women, especially in positions of leadership and in positions of power, we're always asked to over-credential. How do we go from somebody who is questioned and takes that question of what makes you qualified to be here, how do we turn that around into being quoted, right? Into playing offense. So I don't want to be on defense, I want to be on the offensive team. And the way that you do that and do it in a really brilliant way, strategic way, is through your intellectual property, is through your storytelling. It's through humor, which is one of the most beautiful and disarming tools that you get to play with as a storyteller. You know, we don't often think of thought leaders as people who are storytellers, right? Because we kind of, in our brains sometimes, we put storytelling somewhere at a different place in the rung and order than somebody who is a thought leader. But really what I want to invite you to think about is how much A thought leader is just a very strategic storyteller. They are telling you a story about themselves, their experiences, definitely their expertise, where they have been, who they know sometimes, and why they know what they know, in a way and on platforms that are strategic. That's it. That's all a storyteller does. And when you learn to do this, you flip the script so that you are not asked anymore what qualifies you to stand in front of me, but oh my God, how did you know that? And you direct the traffic from you constantly playing defense, constantly reminding people of these amazing things that you have done, because I know you have the receipts, girl. I know, because I am you. I have the receipts. You have the receipts. But the difference is those receipts are not yet speaking for you. They're not doing the hard work on being on platforms that are ongoing and just educating those foolish ass motherfuckers like this woman that I ran into, when you're not opening your mouth. And that is the work of thought leadership. That's it. That's the thing that is the total game changer, that changes you from being somebody who's being questioned about your credentials to somebody who's being quoted about your ideas. And that's where you want to be. I'm so excited for this particular work to be something that you're thinking about. And I'm curious for you. I mean, you don't have to share all the details. I'm not asking you to put anybody's nasty business out there, but I just do want to know, can you relate with this thing that happened to you, where somebody literally asked me, like, where are you from? Like, where did you come from? As though I just like landed into the cocktail party from Mars, you know? And that's part of the humor that I used, again, in the toolkit that I have around storytelling. And what I want to know is, has this happened to you? Is this something that is resonant? Have you ever been in a situation where somebody was questioning your credentials? And if that's the case, were you playing offense or were you playing defense? And I'm also curious, if you were playing offense, what are some of the tools that you find are total game changers for you to be in the driver's seat? More of us need to own our own platforms, own our own conversations, build the whole damn table ourselves so that we become quoted and so that people are seeking us out instead of us going out into the world and being asked like, yo, where did you come from? From my mama's connect. Like, can I say that even here in public? You know, can I say that to her? I don't know, man. I am Mahokhodi. This is a beautiful platform where we have conversations called Madam Speaker Says. You can also catch Madam Speaker Says podcast on any platform that you like to enjoy your podcasts. I was about to say on any platform where you like to enjoy your platforms. I am clearly tongue-tied. I need some water. Where's my water? Where's my water, folks? I hope that I see you on Madam Speaker Says, the podcast. It drops every Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern. You can catch it here, but again, you can catch it wherever you like to consume your podcast or platforms. Thank you so much for being here.
Was that useful? You want to go even deeper? I'd love to support you. My coaching program can help you make money and spark action whenever you speak with intention. Book time to chat using the link in the description box below. Also, leave a comment if this video offered something you needed to hear today, or if you have a question you want me to unpack in next week's episode. Fresh episodes drop every Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. Hit subscribe to get a notification so you never miss a beat. Thank you so much for being here. I want you to know that your story matters. And I'm here to help you stand out from the stage to the page.